All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, thank you for joining the webinar. On behalf of the Georgia Dental Association, we'd just like to thank you for taking some time. We are super excited to share our newest benefit with you, GDA Plus Supplies. It launches December 16th, this Friday, and we hope that if you haven't joined already, you'll consider it. Just a little housekeeping. Everyone is muted, but feel free to type your questions throughout, and we will try to answer as we go. Today's expert is Ahmad Shams. He is going to give you a tour of GDASupplies.com and let you know everything you need to know about the features of that brand new website. But first, we just have a basic overview of what we'll cover today. We're going to look at GDA Plus Supplies benefits. We'll tell you how to sign up, where to sign up, and how you can become a member and start saving. We will go through GDASupplies.com and its features. We'll let you know how you can receive your own personalized estimate of your projected savings if you still haven't joined and are considering it. And we'll tell you how you can start shopping on Friday. If you're not yet a member of GDA Plus Supplies, here are a few things that you need to know. You can receive an average discount of 30% plus on all dental supplies. GDASupplies.com is a one-stop, easy-to-use online portal to order all of your supplies, and you can also order through fax or telephone. You'll receive one invoice, and your items will ship directly to you. Most items will even receive free 2-day delivery. You won't have any middleman suppliers, and you can also take advantage of a statewide equipment servicing from independent, qualified, and experienced service specialists at a 10% discount on hourly service call charges. There are no gray market products, and as a neat feature of GDASupplies.com, you can pre-populate your frequently ordered items, and your ordering history will be remembered, which means you can order quick, just-in-time delivery to preserve your storage space and cash. If you need any more information after today's webinar, visit gadental.org/getmore. Here you can find information on member and non-member pricing. You can find an enrollment form, an overview of the benefits that we've just briefly discussed, how to get your price estimate, and a bestseller sample pricing sheet. Plus you can find contact information for GDASupplies.com, customer service, plus our equipment servicing technicians and GDA. There's also some information that might be valuable to you if you're a current member, and after today you will be able to find a recording of this webinar. So now I'm going to transfer over to Ahmad. He's going to give you an overview of the website.
Thank you. Hi everyone, this is Ahmad Shams. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the website. So you should be seeing my screen right now of the website homepage. This is what you'll see when you first go to GDASupplies.com. You'll see essentially a roadblock there that requires user registration or login. So the first time that you come, you'll come here under first-time users. You'll enter in your account number that GDA will supply you, and then you'll be able to go through the account registration process. It's fairly quick. You just essentially put in your office details, name, create a password, and then after that, anytime you come to this site, you'll come here to current users. You'll log in. You can save your username and password for the future. So once you get logged in, you'll see that essentially this home page. So give me a second. So so that you'll be at the home page. Right now, I'll just point out something really quick. This is right now just a test list of products. We'll be uploading the live product database at the end of the day today, and it'll obviously be ready by the 16th when we go live. But from here, from the home page, it's a fairly straightforward e-commerce system. You have your search bar here. You can search for whatever you like. You have products listed by categories, so if you want to see certain categories of products, you can expand here. Look at subcategories and so on and see the listing of products. Once you have the listing of products, you can then filter and sort by various product option types, just normal stuff that people are probably fairly used to by now. You do that, and then you come in, you open the product page. From a product page, you see some products will have multiple variants. So this particular product comes in various colors and so on, and then you can add the items to your cart. So here, so let's say I have 1 and 2. Add this to my current order. The other thing that you can do here is add items from a product page into your My List, which I'll get into here in a minute, but essentially you would put in a quantity right here, and then you click Add to My List. Once you add it to My List, it'll make for much easier future ordering if it's an item that you buy on a regular basis, which I'll show you in a minute. Just a quick tip from any product page that you happen upon, if you want to go back and see all the products within that particular category, there will always be what we call breadcrumbs here at the top. So this particular product is nested under the articulating main category, and then under that the subcategory of articulating paper. So I can click on that, and now it's going to bring up all products that reside within that category. And again, from here I can filter by different features and options. Let's say manufacturer, I can do that. So I can just say, okay, I want this particular one here. Go find that. The other thing that you can do from the main nested category is you can sort and filter. Say this is a kind of product that you don't necessarily care about brand or anything. It's a fairly standard product and you just want the cheapest one. You can just change this sorting to lowest price and go that way. So just a couple of quick tips. Another feature that I'll point out right now is this quick add feature. So right here you can type in either a SKU number or a product description if you like, and then from there you'll get different options. So let's say I'm looking for a flosser, and here we go. So because my search term was pretty wide, it brings me a whole bunch of different options. Let's say this is the one I wanted. So I could have searched by the SKU number. That's going to give me a much tighter results. So here we go. So I got that. And let's say, okay, that's the one I want. I want 3 of them. I don't necessarily need to go to the product page. I can just order things directly from the quick add box. So with all that, I'm now going to discuss a little bit about how to get started. So generally, when switching a dental supplier, the biggest challenge is to convert the items that you currently buy from a different supplier. All suppliers use different item numbers and codes, and a lot of times this office and staff will be familiar with an item by its code from their existing supplier, which can make it challenging, certainly to start to find the basket of goods that you buy on a regular basis. Our website has 40 to 50,000 items. No one practice buys all those items or will ever buy all those items. The majority of practices will buy 1 to 200 items regularly over and over. And so what we've done and what we do for our new customers is we invite you to send us item lists of those items that you currently purchase. It might be easier to send invoices from a current supplier that you use. When you send that to us, what we'll do is we'll go through and essentially convert all the item numbers for the appropriate items, but then also what we'll do is we'll send you back one of these documents here. This is a price comparison report, essentially, where this customer sent us their invoices from their present supplier. We went through each one and converted the item numbers for the item into our system to the exact codes, but then also showed the prices, the difference. So here we show on the left side their current supplier price that was printed on their invoice. A lot of times people won't send invoices with prices. They'll just send us a price list. Same essential thing, except without the price comparison element to it. So we'll essentially go through the entire list on the items where there is a match. In some cases, there's going to be products like these here where we don't carry them. So this particular item is from a manufacturer that I believe is exclusive to this particular vendor. So we wouldn't carry those, and we don't factor those into the price comparison either. So you'll see that that'll be blank right here. At the bottom, you'll see a summary. So here, this particular invoice was for $3,800. had you placed that order with us, that price would have been $2,900, 25% savings on this particular one. So the idea here is just to show you essentially what you can expect to save. Unfortunately, most of the other dealers charge different pricing to different customers, so every customer pays different prices for the same items. So that's why it's a good thing for us to do, to show you particularly what you would save. The other main benefit of doing this is once we go through this comparison, we essentially build a database of all of your particular purchases. So you'll see here we'll have all your item numbers of the things that you buy, and then what we can do then is we take those here and we upload them into the back end of our system, into your account MyList. So then when you log in, what you'll see is just the items that we essentially uploaded to your MyList to get started, and hopefully they're a good enough list of items that cover the majority of the things that you would buy on a regular basis. These are going to be categorized by category here, so you'll see the different items for this particular customer that are in their MyList. You can always remove items from the MyList, and as I showed you previously, you can always add new items to the MyList. Within the MyList, then you can search items here, or you can obviously go by the category. But say you want to place a new order, so okay, I need some lidocaine 1 to 100. I need 5 boxes of those. I don't need any of that. There we go. I can add that to my cart, and then after that, I can obviously search my MyList for the burrs, right? So let's say I'm looking for the burrs that I typically buy. And I apologize, this is running a bit slower because it is on a test server. It's not the actual live website, so it'll be a little bit quicker certainly when we go live. But essentially, yeah, that is actually quite slow, so it's taking some time. Sorry about that. Normally the way it works is here you would type in the item and it would search just your MyList and bring back all the results. So in this case, the burrs that exist within my account MyList, they'll all be listed right here. So that's essentially how that works here. Once that's done, once you have some history and you want to go back and look at your previous orders, what you can do then is you go to My Account Order History. This will bring up all of your previous orders. So here you can actually also search your order history. A lot of customers place orders from their order history, so they go back and just look at what they bought last month, because that'll remind them that, okay, yeah, I like that new mask that I tried, and so they'll come in here, find that one, add it to their cart from here, put in a quantity, add it to the cart. So that's how you do that. Same thing goes with the search. Here you can search in your order history. I'm kind of scared to do it now because it didn't work so well on the last one, but like let's say here I want to search my burrs that I previously purchased, and here we go. Obviously, it's very slow, so like I said, it won't be that slow in the future. So that's essentially how it works. Customers that use these tools can generally save quite a bit of time in placing an individual order. From the order history, one other thing I neglected to show, so bear with me here. I apologize for the slowness of this. Ooh. Log myself out. Okay. So either way, so what you can do is from that order list, you can go to track orders. So you can see tracking numbers. You can, if you want to return an item or exchange an item, right there on that item order list, it'll show you exactly how to do that. So it's pretty intuitive. So you'll say track the item. It'll pull up the tracking number, or return this item. It'll pop up a screen that shows you how to submit that. So that's essentially how that works. And then here, once you have a order in your cart, and I somehow logged myself out. I apologize, everybody. So give me just a moment while I log back in. 1 second. Okay. There we go. So here, from any page, you'll always see your current order that you got going. You can modify it, update it as you're searching on the site. So you find something different you want to try out, you can always just add add it from there, and then remove items from here. So let's say you don't want that one anymore, but you want this one instead, you can do that. So that's essentially how that works. And then to check out, it's fairly straightforward. You'll get the summary page. You'll want to review that, make sure you have all the items and quantities that you're looking for, and then you check out here standard stuff. You put in your billing and your shipping address information. One thing I'll point out is the products. So the majority of the products that are going to be available are coming from one primary master distributor that we have a contract with. They ship product out of New Jersey. So they're the distributor, and they sell branded products. So essentially anything that you're buying from a current dealer that you'll buy the same item from us, it'll be coming from our primary distributor. We also have about 60 to 70 direct manufacturers who sell products through our system as well. So these are manufacturers who do not sell through any dealers. They only sell directly to dentists and also through us. So an example here is like this manufacturer here, Exacta Dental Direct. So if you want to try products that aren't necessarily on your current buying list from your current distributor, there are quite a few options there, and some of them are very good options. So we would certainly encourage you to try out some of their products. So this manufacturer in particular, they make materials. So they make fairly high quality materials. The pricing generally for products from direct manufacturers on an apples to apples basis is going to be quite a bit favorable in terms of what you get for the dollar. But one thing I'll note is these direct manufacturers are located throughout the country, so they're all in different places. So this particular one here from the product page, you can see it ships from Michigan, right? So you want to take that into account and understand when you're buying items that they're going to come from different places should you choose to buy products from these direct manufacturers. And again, on the final shipping and checkout, you'll see it pretty detailed. It'll show you who's shipping product and where it's shipping from. When you come here to the final checkout, one thing I'll point out on the delivery is all products that are available, doesn't matter if they cost $1, will have free ground shipping. Always. Now, it's ground shipping though. So ground shipping, if you're buying a product from a vendor in California, and we have some manufacturers there that sell products, they're going to ship it to you from California, free ground shipping, but it'll take 5 days to get to you. So you'll want to keep that in mind. But you always have the option when you're checking out, if you need something urgently, you can well. We haven't loaded that either yet, so I apologize for that. But here on this particular vendor, let's say I want this item tomorrow. I can pull this drop-down box. It'll give me a next day option, but I'll have to pay for it. So you'll want to keep that in mind. So generally speaking, if you can plan in advance, it's better for everybody. The free shipping is a tremendous feature if you're planning. So generally, our customers that come to us are buying from one of the large distributors. The large distributors will have usually locations closer to you, and you might be used to placing an order and getting it tomorrow. Well, here you don't want to do that because you're not going to get it tomorrow. If you want it tomorrow, it's going to cost you a fortune. So like here's an example. So this test order has items from this particular vendor. You can buy it, you can do next day air, but you're looking at an extra $185. It kind of defeats the purpose. So if you plan ahead a little bit, you can get your items for free shipping. So that's essentially how that works. So I'm going to go through here. So when you go to checkout, you'll have various payment options. Most customers pay with a credit card, but you can also pay with PayPal. If you'd like to get invoiced, you just have to send us a separate request. We'll do a very quick application, and then we can put you on credit terms. And a lot of customers like that option as well. So that's essentially how the website works. I would encourage you also to note here we have an online chat feature. So if you have any questions and you don't feel like calling the office, you can always come in here. do an online chat, click that, you put in some information, put in your question, it'll open up a chat box. Someone here at our office will respond to you, and you can get stuff resolved that way. So if you need to exchange an item, return an item, or if you have a question about a product that's on the site, you can always use that feature. You'll get answers a lot quicker generally that way than if you call and you know, you have to get on the phone and so on. So that's essentially how that works. Is there anything else that I should cover or that I haven't covered that anyone would like to hear?
I think we've got a couple questions actually that might be good for right now. We've got one about importing a list from a previous ordering list, if you might be able to go over that again.
Absolutely. So if you send us a list, what we'll do is we'll always get it into an electronic CSV document. Once we have it in that, we essentially will take that document and then we'll go into the back end of the system. We'll upload it with the account number, and we just click a button, upload it, and within a minute, all of the documents will be housed here in your My List. And so that's essentially how it works. So if you can send us cleaner documents, that makes things better. You know, if ideally to get a document uploaded, if somebody would send us a Excel file or a clean PDF that's not a scan or something, what we do is we'll be able to turn that around quite a bit faster. If not, it's fine. We will manually enter it. If our OCR recognition can't convert it into text, but essentially we'll convert it into a digital format, convert the item numbers to our item numbers in our system, assign it to the account, upload it. As soon as we do that, the customer then, when they come into their My List, it'll all be here.
We have another question about the brands that are carried. Do we care? You sort of skimmed them on the site. If maybe you can show them again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we carry quite a few brands. The one thing I'll point out is the ones that we don't carry, because we carry the majority of all dental brands, so we carry the majority of the brands that you would buy from a distributor, but then also, you know, the direct brands. But there are a couple major brands that we do not currently have. So the first one is 3M SP products. We don't have any of them, so those you're not going to find, unfortunately. If there is an item that you're interested in potentially trying something different, you can always let us know, and we'll let you know what items are most similar to that particular 3MSB brand product. In a lot of cases, we'll be able to even send you free samples of them to try out. So some of our direct manufacturers will make very comparable products, generally quite a bit less, but it's a lot of doctors don't want to change brands. They just want to buy what they want, and if that's the case, that's fine. You just unfortunately won't be able to buy them through us right now. So you could certainly buy everything else, and we have a lot of customers that do that. And they'll just buy that particular brand from a different vendor. The other brand that we do not sell on the website is Dentsply products. Now with Dentsply, there is, if you'd like to buy them, we are able to sell them through our distributor. So the difficulty with Dentsply is their agreement with our distributor is they're allowed to sell it to customers at the rates that we have negotiated, but they're not allowed to currently list it on our websites, primarily because they are required to bill the customer directly for Dentsply products. So if it is something that you'd like to buy, you'll have to do it offline, either via the online chat or by calling us or by emailing us and say, I'd like to buy this particular Dentsply product. We'll get back to you and we'll say, okay, here's going to be the price, but then we're going to have to intervene in your order, where we basically take the payment information, but then we transmit it securely to our vendor, who will then be required to charge you independently for it. So hopefully, we're hoping that at some point we'll get a change in that process from Dentsply. But right now, you know, we do everything by the book, and that's the process. So that's how that works. Other than that, pretty much any other brand you can think of, for the most part. There obviously are quite a few exceptions in any particular product of manufacturers who are exclusive to certain vendors and so on, we might not have, but for the most part, any product category that you're looking for products on. We'll certainly have it with quite a bit of depth.
Could you also look at the categories? We have a question about carrying implants, membrane, and bone graft materials.
I'm really sorry. Your voice got a little.
Do you carry implants, membrane, and bone graft materials?
We do some. We certainly do some. A lot of these specialty products that certain specialists buy, we don't have a lot of depth right now. We're always adding new vendors and new products to our offering. So with respect to implants, generally we have some. I'll be honest, it's not a very deep list of items, but we certainly do have some. With like grafting, we'll have what we think are the top sellers. Certainly we've got those covered, and but yeah, it's something we're always adding new products and new vendors all the time.
We have another question about the promotions on the website. For example, for items that are buy 4 get 1 free or similar promotions, should they add 4 or 5 to the cart? And maybe you could go over the promotions a little bit.
Okay, I think I got it. It got a little grainy at the end, but yes. So the way that works, and that's a great question, is items that are identified as having manufacturer free goods on them. So like, for example, this one here. So there's a manufacturer promotion, buy 10, get 1 for free. What you do here is do not add 11 to your cart, because then you'll get 12. So here, if it says buy 10, get 1 free, as this one here says, and it'll always say it right here in this line underneath the product description. So to get the promotion here, I would add 10 to my cart, add that, and then it'll automatically send you the 11th one for free. In some cases, some of the manufacturer free goods will have different options, so it'll be like a mix and match. So this one, I don't know if that's the case with this particular one. It seems like it is, but it's buy 3 get 1 free. So let's say I want to get the free one, but I don't want them all in the same exact color. So I want 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 pink, and then I want my free one to be sapphire. So what I would do is I would buy these 3 here, and then once I've done that, then I'm entitled to the free one. When the order gets processed, someone will either contact you and ask you, okay, you have a free one, which one would you like? Generally, though, most of them don't have the mix and match feature. So if you buy 3 blues, you'll get the 4th one in blue, and those will generally be labeled on the system as well. So that's sort of how that works. But yeah, so you don't want to add the free one to your cart right now because it will not automatically take that off. Now that's something in our next round of enhancements that it will, but that's still a couple months away. So for now, that's how you want to do it. So you want to place the order for the ones that you're buying. The free one, you don't include it in the quantity. Otherwise, you're going to be buying an extra one.
I see a lot of questions about the email and fax numbers that you want to send lists to, and we will have that information in just a moment on another slide after we get through some of these more technical questions, but you can also find them at gadental.org/getmore, but you'll see that in just a minute, everyone who's asking. We have a few more questions about the website. We have one question about returning items, if they're shipping, how that works.
How to return items, right?
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Perfect. So the way that you can return items is when you go to your order history, and again, the way to do that, you go to My Account Order History, you pull up all your orders. Let's say this item here, I want to return it. One thing I'll point out is different items will have different return policies. On every product page that you're on, you can actually see the return policy. So this particular one here, this is the return policy. This is from one of our direct manufacturers, and so you'll see the return policy for that particular manufacturer. So assuming it falls with it's an item that's returnable, and almost all items are. You come here, and then there's going to be a button right there. So it says Request a Return. You would click on that, and then you'll have a couple of questions that you'll answer. So you'll say, okay, I'm returning this one because it's not what I ordered, or I ordered the wrong item. You'll indicate whether it's opened, unopened, or used. You'll click that button. It might pull up another box that says, do you want to write anything else about this? Once you do that, it'll automatically generate the RMA request. And then you'll receive the RMA once it's complete with the return label by email. So that's another thing I'd like to point out. You want to make sure that the email account you have associated here is an email account that you have access to. Because when you place orders, your order confirmations will all go to the email. When your shipping notifications, when your order ships with the tracking numbers, will all go to that particular email as well. So you'll want to make sure that you have an updated and accurate email there.
We have another question that is are there any off-brand items? Some of our items that we order are the brand of our supplier. Will there be anything that shows us something compatible with that item?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's quite a few. I would say that more than 40% of all items that people buy are what we term as house brand items. So those are products that are generally, people look at them as a commodity. They don't necessarily care about the brand. A lot of times they're disposable products. So here, let me open up disposable. So you'll see under disposables, you'll have a whole bunch of different brands and products. The house brand type ones that are generally going to be less expensive are going to be called either NRG on the system. MyDent is a brand, but essentially they make these same house brand type products. We have quite a few others here, but then you'll also notice, with most product categories, you'll have branded and unbranded product, right? So like an example here is, let's look at bibs. So this is a patient bib. It's a MyDent. It's $17.60. I can look at all of them that are 2-ply bibs. If I sort by lowest price, okay, so this category also has clips within it, but if I scroll down a bit, I'll get to the bibs. So here we go, we're at the bibs, and I can see, these are the less expensive ones. There will be another one here on the live site, a couple others that are going to be around this same price point. But yeah, so we certainly have quite a few of the house brand. There's a lot of depth on different products. So they're not going to be called house brand across the board, but generally, you'll realize the ones that are. So those are going to be the NRG, MyDent, iSmile products. So certainly, we encourage you to try out different ones on these items until you find the ones that you like. But for the most part, these house brand type products they're all made by one or two major manufacturers who make them for all the vendors and just put their names on.
We have another question about any equipment that might be for sale, whether that's an option on GDASupplies.com.
Yes, so we do have actually quite a bit of equipment. We, in the last year, added a vendor, which is a large distributor of equipment only, that sells, all types of equipment. Essentially, they can build an entire office. So here, under the category of equipment, you can come in here. You'll see quite a bit of offering. There's a lot of stuff that is not going to be on here. If it's very particular or customizable product, with those things, you can always contact us, let us know what you're looking for, and then we'll bring in the equipment expert. We'll have a call. We'll talk about what your needs are exactly, and then create those customized solutions.
Let's see, we have a few questions about signing up, but also some about office supplies and paper staples and pens and things. Do you sell those?
We do not currently sell office supplies, unfortunately. So that's certainly something on our want-to-do list, but currently we do not.
We also have a question about, can we get a list of brands before signing up?
I'm sorry, would you mind restating that one?
Sorry, would you be able to give us a list of all of the brands that are available, and GDA can post it on our website for people who haven't yet joined to possibly just take a look at?
Yes, of course. So here you can actually, on the website here, you can always see all the brands that are currently available, because you can always search by brand if you like. So you come in here, you click on Browse by Brand from any of the pages. It'll expand the full brand list. And then, let's say I'm looking for this particular brand right here. I can say that's what I want. I click on it, it'll bring up all the products as well. But yes, I can certainly send you this in a PDF list as well. But just for future note, you can always see all the brands listed on the website from any page. Just by clicking this button here, it'll bring them up and you can scroll through. And they're always going to be alphabetized.
Okay, since we have a lot of questions about both sending the lists for estimates and how to sign up, I'd like to move over to that. But if we haven't answered your question, we will be reaching out after the webinar to answer some of the questions we haven't yet gotten to. So right now, I will just go ahead and give you the information on where you can send your current invoices for personalized price estimates. We have an email at support@gdasupplies.com or telephone 844-852-5899 or fax at 844-852-4049. Customer service is available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we did have one question about whether it's better to send it through email or fax. Do you have a preference?
Yes, certainly we would prefer email, mainly in that when we receive these item lists, if the document is clean enough, we can automatically convert it into into the format that we need. It'll save us some time. When you fax it, generally faxing will degrade the quality of the document, and it will require manual order entry. A lot of people still fax it though, and we'll always be able to get through it. But if you're able to email them, it'll certainly make it a lot quicker. Our turnaround on those. So email is better. One thing I'll point out as well, when you send us these lists, make sure that you clearly identify the office name, phone number, whatever contact information that we're going to need. If you've already created an account on the website, send us the email address that you used to create that account. That'll also facilitate a much faster uploading of your items into the My List. So once we have that, we'll do that even before sending you back the document with the total list.
And can dentists send their lists right now to these places?
I'm really sorry. I couldn't make that up.
Could a dentist email right now their contact list or their item list to get an estimate?
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for us, it would be a nice benefit to have a little bit of a head start. We anticipate certainly when we launch, we'll get quite a few of these, and so yeah, if we can get some earlier rather than later, that'll give us a head start on turning them around.
I see a question about whether we can send a list without being a member of GDA Plus Supplies, and of course you absolutely can. We'd love for you to see the savings that you might receive based on your current item list, so please feel free. I also see a lot of questions about member numbers for current members. We did just send those out in the mail on Friday, and we will be emailing your member number. You should receive it this week before the 16th. And of course, if you're not a member yet, you can go to gadental.org/getmore to fill out your enrollment form, which is also attached as a handout on this webinar. Here's the rest of the contact information you might need. Customer service, again, support@gdasupplies.com, and then the GDA office. Does anyone have any further questions we might want to go over? There is a fee for sign up. It's different for GDA members and non-members of GDA. So you should go over to gadental.org/getmore to see what that is. It's It's definitely less expensive for a GDA member, so it's a great member benefit. We'll just give it a couple more minutes for a few other questions, and if we haven't answered some of your questions today, we will give you more information later. You do not have to sign up now. Obviously, it'd be great if you would sign up now to maximize your savings, but you will be able to sign up and you will be able to access GDASupplies.com the month after you sign up, the first day of the month after you decide to sign up. It looks like that might be all for questions. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join us, and thank you, Ahmad, for such a thorough website tour.
Thank you so much.